We're ready to reverse this bitch. Who's ready to reverse this bitch? All right. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, so don't base anything I say out these videos. I'm just doing it for pure entertainment purposes only. Reversal, incoming, in my opinion. I believe AMC and GME about to see a reversal. Looking real squeezy right now. Squeezable. Teasable, pleasable. She's a bull. Anyways. Yeah, like I said. Say when you come into my life. Like I said, drawing blanks. The boys drawing blanks here. Let me pull up my charts here, boys. Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now. I believe we're about to see a reversal. AMC and GME. Yeah, I think we're about to see them flip around. It's been kind of, I wouldn't say horrible. I mean, they've all in all, they're up when you look back for the last couple weeks. But GameStop is trading at $28.88 or 83 cents. Looking a little sideways, but I do think we're going to see a little upside here soon. See if we can get back to that 29 mark. AMC, $5.03, broke over the 5 again. They're a little behind. It looks like it still could possibly bounce down to 490. But I'm betting my third nipple that it's gonna close over 5. Maybe. Let me really look here before I bet that third nipple. I need that, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna go. You know what? Fuck it. I don't need that third nipple. Doesn't do shit for me anyways. I'm betting my third nipple that we close over $5 on AMC. Secret is I only have 4. Wait. Customers. Anyways, yeah, that's about it, man. Reversal incoming, in my opinion. I'm not a professional financial advisor or anything like that, but it looks like things are kind of turning around a little bit, just a wee bit. They've suppressed it, pushed it down as much as they can, I believe, for the day, lads. I think we see something come up. I think after hours we go up a titch, and then we gotta freaking sit in anticipation all fucking weekend. Doesn't that stress you out, man? Doesn't that stress you out? The weekends. I used to love weekends, but when it's like when things are looking good on the charts and the weekend's coming, I'm like, man, now I gotta just sit here and. I believe on Wednesday next week the market's closed as well, so for Juneteenth. So I don't know if that means anything for the market for AMC and GME, but I do believe, without any interruptions, which easily could happen in this play with any corruption, manipulation, no factual evidence behind what I say, with anything like that, minus any corruption in this play or minus any crazy moves, in my personal opinion, like I keep saying, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold. I'm not doing it. You make your own damn decisions. But I do believe that this thing has the potential to pop. Plop like a pimple. Plop like a pimple. I think we're ready, baby. I mean, I'm not saying it's a squeeze, but I'm saying, the way things are looking right now, it could happen. And I don't normally say that. But the issue I run into is that fucking manipulation shit. That's what kind of messes up. That Johnny Carson, we could be manipulated down to the ground, boys. But if that's the case, I keep buying, I keep holding, I keep getting more in my cup, which it means my fucking holdings, man. I can't talk. You know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get more shares. It's more tickets to the moon, baby. So, yeah, looking into that, I mean, obviously, looking at the charts, I do believe AMC's tight, but I think we can close over 5, and I think GME can close over 29. It's already over 29, so 29, 15, something like that would be nice. After hours should get spicy. Holding bags, John says. John's holding the bag. Well, if you're holding the bag, buddy, the good thing is you don't lose until you sell, they say. So I've heard. Money bags. Yeah. AMC is down like 3.2 cents or like almost 4% on the day. Well, am I reading that right? Dude, I've been gone. Okay? Don't judge me. I've been out of the play for a minute, man. I haven't been looking at anything. You know, so for my personal reasons, I think most people know why, but I've been kind of out of the loop. So, where have we been trading at? What's been going on? What did we squeeze? All right, yeah. So just looking back here, trading sideways, huh? Volume looks a little lower than it has been. That's the funny thing about these plays. Like the volume on FOMO days when shit's rocking and everyone's like, buy. Gotta add more. And it always does. These things always have a pop. No one wants to buy when you're in the low. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to be rich, but no one wants to buy when it dips. Everyone wants to be rich, but no one wants to buy when it dips. That's all I'm saying. If you have bought AMC or GME, GME, I think most of us are green, right? Probably. Unless you bought in late, which is fine because I don't think it's done here. I really don't. And then we got Monday. What do we got Monday? Roaring Kitty. Could he be possibly... What's going on with that? I don't know. Monday, they postponed because there were so many damn apes hanging off there. The circuit breakers destroyed and popped and broke. And there was wires outside going crazy and fucking chaos in the streets. That probably didn't really happen when that actually happened. But anyways, I know that they said that they couldn't handle all the people who were trying to tune in. So Monday, they've postponed their shareholder meeting till Monday. Monday is National Bring Your Cat to Work Day. Did you know that? Because if you didn't, I don't know if it means anything, but roaring kitty, gives me a roaring titty because I'm jacked. All right. I'm just mumbling now, mumble jumble. Anyways, what I was trying to say is the annual shareholder meeting was postponed until Monday. I posted a picture, obviously, of a roaring kitty. Posted him shaking GameStop hand, like if he was going on. Could he be becoming a board member? I don't know. Maybe it's far-fetched. Maybe it's just a conspiracy theory. Who knows what it means? Maybe he's just showing they're shaking their hand because he's fucking loves the company. I don't know. Could it mean anything? It might mean nothing. But I do know that Busta Rhymes video he posted a while back before he had posted his portfolio and whatnot. He had posted that Busta Rhymes video, and Busta Rhymes retweeted it. Asked if he still had that 9 millio, and he has more than the 9 millio now. Kitty's the second largest holder now. That's insane. Dude, it's stacking up. I'm the second to last lowest holder probably right now. I got not enough shares. The last few days during this whole crisis, I'll call it, in my life, with the passing of my mother, I have not bought any well, that's a lie. I bought a GME share yesterday, one share. But the last thing on my mind was really the market. Obviously, no matter what happens, you kind of wake up and it's your routine. You check it and you're like, oh, okay, whatever. I got to move on to normal shit, my other day life shit. But I definitely I'm trying to load up a little more. It's just how it is. I think it's fair to say that I'm fucking broke. I don't got no more money. I spent it all. But good news is, I'll save that. I got some stuff going on with my business that has definitely gonna be gigantor. That's where I put a lot of my money. I also invest in myself. You know what I mean? I invest in the stock market, but my number one investment is me. And I feel like I've done okay for myself. I don't want to brag. I'm not trying to brag. None of that shit. But I will be, announcing some moves here from our store. But neither here nor there. I don't know. But I'm just trying to come up with I'm giving excuses why I ain't got money, okay? That's why I haven't bought GME. Shit. But yeah, looking at these charts, I do see a reverse coming. I really think it's already kind of started at this point. Now, will we end the day? At some point or another today, AMC got to what, 550 or something like that. I don't think we're gonna get that high again. which would be dope if we would, but the reversal has to start somewhere, and it starts here. John, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, definitely appreciate it. It's kind of hard to lose someone, especially really close to you, like your mom or a parent or a close loved one, anyone really. And then the world keeps moving. You got to keep the world keeps moving. I coach little league teams, and I had games 2 days after, so I kind of got to go out there and let these little leaguers call me all the little names in the book. Hey coach, why are you fat? Motherfuckers ain't got no filter. Why's your face look smushed, little kid? Anyways, kind of a boring trading day, to be honest. I mean, just looking at everything, it's just kind of like sideways, dropped and then started going sideways. But I do think we're in the middle of reversing that a little bit. Hoping to see a pop to the upside. Like I said, I think GameStop has a potential to close the day over 29 and some change. AMC to close over 5. But then again, I'm looking at this. Reverse cup. Let me get into GME's reverse. Thank you, Warren. I appreciate the condolences, man. It's definitely been crazy time. I'll put my Bollinger Bands on here. Where they at? There you go. So on GME, Bollinger Bands are kind of expanded right now. Looks like they're going to start heading into a tightening zone here. We got a couple hours. So I think, like I said, I think we see some sort of reversal today. As soon as I say that, it's probably going to go. So, like I always say, don't take no financial advice from me, man. I'm just here to become a billionaire. And apparently now examine Roaring Kitty tweets. So, I haven't even looked if he tweeted anything today. The last one I saw was, that's another one, man. He posted the picture of Dune where he put the thumper in the ground. That could mean a lot of things, but I think it to me it's showing that he's calling the hedgies, thumping them in. But they've got a lot of on this other end of it. People who are shorting it, people who are allegedly doing things, doing things that could be manipulative to any stock. I don't believe they're just going to be like, oh yeah, you caught us red-handed. Here it is. Let's just give up now. And that's been apparent for the last 3 fucking years I've been in this play. My eyes bulge out of my head. But yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, man. It's hard. And even when this thing does start to pop, like I've talked about this a million times, I think that AMC and GME run in unison. So I feel like I can say this about both. I feel like, and I've already said this, it just happened. You have those pops. GME went to 60, AMC went to what, like 11, and then dipped right back down. And people were just like, oh, shucks, I missed it. That's what they want you to feel, but it's not normal for a stock to jump 60%, 200. It was what 200. Literally went like 200% in like a 24-hour span. GME, and then come back down, and then jump up another. And AMC and GME. This has happened several times. Maybe not 200%, but 100%, 60%. That should show something that it's very volatile and it always has a potential to pop. So I just buy the dip, man, and eventually one of these days when it pops. And I've had it, and I've bought the dip enough, I might sell off some shares and just, I don't know, hire a fucking, someone to do shit for me. I was going to say shit, but no matter what you say, I'm going to offend someone. So just know that there will be signs. Gotta be careful this day and age. You can't say anything. I'm not trying to offend anyone. No, sir. Not me. But I'm probably going to get ignorant when I get rich. Be over here with some big-ass golden shades and shit. Kangol hat. Fake-ass diamond teeth. I will say this. Even if I became a billionaire, I would never buy diamond teeth or a diamond chain like that, man. People would be spending a lot of money on that shit, man. Easily sidetracked. Sorry. But Yeah, man. I guess that's it for the charts. That's kind of what I've said. I think that's what's going to happen. I think AMC closes over 5, GME closes over 29. Fingers crossed. Not financial advice. That's how I do my my charting. Fingers crossed. Please fucking do this. Nah, but I think what's up with the Wu-Tang NFT? Has anyone heard anything new on that? I mean, they were supposed to be dropping that soon, I believe. There's all sorts of catalysts for GME that are lining up. GME is out of debt. They got fucking like $4 billion of cash on hand. What GME is now is what I hope and expect AMC to be here in the next couple years. Now, that's not saying I don't think the squeeze can happen before then, and I definitely think it could definitely, in my opinion, if there was a squeeze going to happen, I think it could happen at any point, really, generally. But if you're looking at fundamentally for AMC, I think I've said it a lot. If you follow my channel, I think probably the beginning portion of 2025. You're starting to see the movies come out. You're starting to see debt get paid. You're starting to see things get restructured. We just got to hope that things fall in place and align that way. And it looks like they're going to. I've been a shareholder in AMC for a long fucking time, and I've studied the company and I've studied what they do. They seem to be wanting the company to succeed. If you like Adam Aaron or not, you got to admit that even there's a lot of people that don't like Adam Aaron that believe that he's probably just trying to keep the company alive to, reap the rewards. So regardless how you feel about him, I do believe that the company is going to keep moving forward, pressing forward to try to be successful. And I will say this, the longer the company is successful, the more of a chance it has to squeeze. Now, you can argue the point that they could dilute it and keep doing things, which is, I will never discredit anyone's opinion. Anything's possible. But at this point, I don't see that happening. And there's always been an announcement before dilution and anything like that. They've always kind of let people know what's going to be happening. It's never just like a surprise, but that's where the FUD comes in, because people will be like, did you see what happened? Oh my God. Same thing just happened with Ryan Cohen and GameStop. They made the announcement, and then when it happened, everyone was like, oh my God, Ryan Cohen screwed us. He's a hedgy. Mind games. They're going to fuck with you, man. I would say this: follow your instinct, follow your DD, and wherever it leads you, and wherever your instinct and DD leads you, then that's where you probably should go. I wouldn't ever advise you to listen to people on the internet. My advice is don't take advice. If that makes any sense. So, but that's where it's at, man. At any point, any day, any hour, these things could come toppling down on those hedgies and people shorting it, and it could just avalanche into something huge. You know it. I know it. Well, I think we know. I know it. I think I know it. I think you might know it. I don't know. I can't say it for certainty, but like I said, if you've done your own research and you believe that, if you believe this is all natural and this is how it goes, then you could also play it as up and down play. You can get in and out if you want to learn how to follow the algos, which I did for a long time with GME. I would buy the dip and sell the rip, and it did make me some pretty good money for the last couple of years. So Rudy wants to know, bruh, what are you saying? A bunch of word salad? It's healthy, isn't it? That's what I'm saying, a bunch of word salad. So if you don't want healthy word salad, you better get up out of here. But if you do like word salad, then you're in the right place. Come toss our salads. No vinegar, though. I fucking can't stand vinegar on salad. That's one thing I will say. Fuck you, Olive Garden, for putting vinegar. Sorry, I don't mean fuck you, Olive Garden. I like Olive Garden. I just don't. Man, those Italian salads ain't it, man. That ain't it. What y'all want to do? How's it going?
Good. Just the two for you.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
A couple shipments in here. See what we got going on. Warren says, I've learned Wall Street is one big Ponzi, but every Ponzi eventually blows up, and I hope we're on the right side of things. I believe you. I believe you're probably somewhat correct. I definitely, you know, I agree. How much battery I got here? Let me see if I can plug my charger. Give me a second here. Man, the phone's blowing up on the other end. All right. So we got, let's see a package. Be on the adventure while we open it. It's always like, the one thing about owning a store that you sell stuff you like new era hats and stuff, is the one thing I will say I love about it is like Christmas every time a shipment comes in. Even though I know I ordered it, it's like, wow, what do I got? All right, what's your guesses? What hats we got here? What teams? Let me hear your guesses. Figure out how to gift you like a AMC share if you get all 3 hats correct. What teams? All 3 teams. Just give me 3 of the teams in here. And you will be winning. Well, maybe. I don't know. I can't guarantee that. I don't know how to be sending this shit, man. 42 years old. Any guesses? Going once? Going twice? 3 baseball teams. I'll give you that. They're baseball. Probably baseball. I can't guarantee that, actually, either. Shit, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm just going to go for it. We got the Dodgers. Oh, yeah, we got the Rays. It's kind of that different. This is the style of hat people are starting to want now, that curved. Really get sidetracked, man. We got Spurs. We got Braves. Okay, anyways. We're here to talk about the stock market. Yeah, and I am just rambling on. So, you know, let's kill on some time until we become gazillionaires. No big deal. Definitely trading sideways, slow trading day. Kind of a boring day. But like I said, I do see like a reversal coming. I don't want to believe it could go lower. But I will say this: if it does go lower, they do drop it, short it down, whatever. I would 100% buy more. I'm gonna buy more even if it goes up. To be honest, that's one thing that's for sure. I can tell you this: as long as I wake up, I am gonna buy AMC and GME, and I'm gonna eat. Probably gonna say some stupid shit on live, and I think I'm gonna buy a goat. Call it what you want. I've been wanting a goat. Spurs. Jordan hat. I really, honestly, I don't have no Jordan hats. That is one hat that I never really get my hands on. Once in a while, when I first opened, I used to, but I don't really have accounts like that. I used to carry Jordans and Nikes and shit like that. Not really my thing no more. My favorite football team. Do I really want to confess this here? I think most people know because I'm always wearing the hat. I'm a Broncos fan. And yes, I'm a true fan because they've been pretty bad for a lot of years. But you gotta go through the bad times to enjoy the good times, I'd say. There's been a lot of bad times. I'm sick of it. I've got a son that's never seen a winning season as a Broncos fan. He's been a Broncos fan, poor kid, his whole life. Never saw a winning season yet. Got more Dodgers hats. I need to inventory these into the system. So, Dodgers, Padres. This one's kind of clean right here. Phillies, baby blue. I'll have to copy one of those. Here's the problem with owning a store like this and liking hats. Socks. This one's clean too. This is the problem though, because I can guarantee I'm probably going to go home with a couple of these. It's like putting a crackhead in a crack factory. It's not good. I'd probably been a millionaire by now. All the damn hats I've been taking home. What about the Bears? Yeah, I mean, they cool. One of my buddies growing up was always a Bears fan. They got Caleb Williams now, got a new receiver, got a couple OG receivers. I think they'll be all right. As long as Caleb Williams can come out, and that's the thing is there's so much pressure and he's a rookie. A lot of these rookies, man, they got a lot to live up to. Not everyone's going to be a CJ Stroud, you know what I mean? There's going to be a couple busts. There always is. My hope is that the best quarterback for the next century is going to be Bo Nix. Doesn't even feel right coming out my lips, though. You know, it could happen. Fucking test me. Don't play with me, man. Zach Wilson. He had a good college career. Like, why couldn't he do good now? Denver's got some, man. How long do I think the squeeze would take to fully play out? Tough question, man. Really tough question because kind of depends, you know. I would say this: if this thing were just to just totally lose control and everyone like a domino close their position and just let it go, and they said we're done with this shit, I would hope probably a, 3-4 day span. But you just never know. Like these things are hard to predict. No one has a crystal ball, for sure. But in other squeeze plays I've been in, it's kind of tricky because I've been in some where it takes a few days and it'll bump up, a good percent, and then when you think it's over and it dips, it has a rip. It's all a matter of the shareholders, really, what they can do. If they hold more and who knows. I have no idea when it would happen. All I've ever said in AMC, fundamentally, I think it will be better by next year. So, fundamentally speaking, I said the Doyers, yeah. Adventure guy says, I feel like they're setting it up in stages, possible. There was always that talk about like some sort of controlled squeeze, and that's the other thing you look at, but you've got to really just examine the market and who's buying. Like there's way too many. It's like, I cracked up when that one hedge fund closed out and they called everyone like cult, like whatever, blah, blah, blah. But they know. That means they know that people are in on this. Like people love the stock. People don't want to leave. People are enjoying the ride, even though they shouldn't. It's scary, up and down. But, it in a strange way, you are learning the market and being provided entertainment and given something to do on a daily basis. They want to try to bore you out, and they can't because there's way too many of us. I'm going to tell you this. Like, the best fucking memes and the funniest fucking people are apes. Like, I go on Twitter. I go on Reddit, Facebook. By far, the best memes, funniest shit. I literally laugh my ass off almost every day on some of this shit. YouTubers always cracking me up. It's just a constant. If nothing less, you're paying for some entertainment. That's for sure. Are you not entertained? There's definitely a lot of and to be quite honest, being stuck in this place so long has kind of forced a lot of us to do more research on the market, not just AMC, not just GME, but you're looking into options trading, you're looking into wash sell rules. These are all things that are kind of basic, but you didn't know at some point, and then you're starting to look at dark pools and how they work and halts and why is a halt not halting like it's supposed to be halting. There's a lot of things that to most of us here are common words, common things we talk about, but think about this a couple years ago, it'll probably have the shit you didn't even, consider or have a thought in your mind about. So you're learning, you're being educated. It definitely is going to make it a lot easier to hodl plays in the future. Like I've been in other plays like Apple when it dipped and it was like, oh shit, there's nothing. I've been through this shit. It's all good. Let me just buy some more. So Adventure Guy says, I agree. Same with crypto. Crypto is a wild one. I will say this. I wish, for some weird reason, in crypto, I just fucking gained like blue balls. No, blue balls. That's not it. That's not the right word. Balls of diamonds. Balls of diamonds? Diamond balls? Diamond hands, whatever. In crypto, no, not diamond hands. I was paper handed in crypto. But I've made a lot of money off crypto. For me, it's a lot of money. Not millions or nothing like that, but I make money off of crypto probably on a weekly basis to where it's like every time it's a profit, I wish that I had the I guess the nerve to do in the market what I do in crypto, but crypto seems a little more, it's wild, but like with Shiba Inu, when it popped, I don't know, around like 2020, it had its first initial pop and then it dipped. That's when I bought in. I think it was 2020, maybe 2021. It was 2021. I believe it was after GME and AMC had their run up. Yeah, that's it. Balls of steel. Fluffy, what's up, man? Or Wool man, whatever. Fluffy, how you doing? Peace, salute. But you know, whenever it had its kind of dip, I bought into it and I kept buying. I got pretty heavy into Shiba Inu, and it had another run. I let it go. But this last time, a few months ago, when it had its big pop and everyone was really in on it, I sold. I so making money all the way down. You know, I kept making money off it, making money off it. Finally got down to where I almost had nothing, bought a little more, and resold on another pop. So crypto is for some reason or another, it's a lot easier for me to buy and sell. I think it's because it's like a coin night milady. You know that shit ain't in the future. It ain't doing nothing. Or you got Mog, or you got Pepe, and all these random ass coins that I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold. I'm not telling you. I'm just telling you what I do. I wish I could do that in the market, but in the market, I'm incapable of selling. I just don't know how to sell unless it's, you know, well, I guess I should say not in the market. I'm incapable of selling GameStop and AMC. These motherfuckers got a hook in me, but it's just because I've done my DD. I know my instinct, where it's taking me, where it's leading me. And I know, in my opinion, and my feelings, I'm not giving you no guarantees or nothing, but I do believe that when this thing pops, a lot of people that have been in this play long enough that are going to be able to hold through the bullshit, that are going to be able to hang through the ups and downs of 200, 300, 400. A lot of people gonna have their lives changed. Which jersey are we talking about? We got Diggs, Thomas, Tua, Van Der Esch. A lot of Cowboys stuff here. Strangely enough, I'm in Idaho, and Cowboys are like one of my top sellers. But yeah, they're all Nike official. Some of the knockoffs here. No knockoffs. I don't sell no synthetic jerseys here. No synthetics. Everything's official. You guys got to excuse me too. Like I'm going off of like, oh yeah, that Raiders hoodie. And I'm not even a Raiders fan, but yeah, they got some pretty cool. The hard part is a lot of my family's from Vegas. They're Raiders fans. They're always stitched. Yeah, kind of cool. That's actually the last one. That's why I got it sitting up here. I'm like, during Christmas, I sold all of them. But there's always one lingering size, probably like a size small or some shit. That's how it usually works. Oh, it's actually an extra large. There's usually one of everything, no matter what. I always get stuck with one of something that you wind up selling for like half what you paid for or some shit just to get it out of the store. Let's see what type of AMC news. Just think about Game 4 Celtics tonight. Oof. I kind of think the Celtics might be able to pull off the sweep, but I think grown men, professional players, I think it's going to be really hard for them to go out on a sweep. The Celtics they're a tough team, man. But I would find it not next to, but very close to impossible that they get swept. I think the Mavericks are going to pull one out. Just one. But if you're looking at it on paper and just what you've seen the last 3 games, then it would be a sweep. Larry P says, that's my size. For just 5 AMC shares, this hoodie can be yours. Actually, like 10, I mean. Let's see. Movies coming out like crazy, man. When you look up AMC News, it's always some fun, man. I was cracking up too because during the time while GME was diluting, the news that was coming out was that retail traders are done. They're tired of GME. They're moving on. It's over. It was a nice run. Da 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 da. Market's dipping. People were selling. Meanwhile, they know they were fucking diluting. Like, why would they do that? Why would the media be involved? Why would they do that? Yeah, Fluffy says I'm hoping for the Celtics. I really don't have I'm not really a fan of either, but I'm also a fan of both, if that makes sense. Like, I don't hate either team, I should say. Back in the day, I used to kind of root for the Mavericks, but that's because I follow the players more often. I was like Nick Van Exel. Don't ask me why. I was a youngster. I follow that dude around, and he went to a hella bunch of teams. So then I just stopped doing that because next thing I know, I was having to buy a fucking different jersey every month. But also the Celtics, family members. Actually, my mom was a Celtics fan, so I guess yeah, got to root for the Celtics. Larry P. T was one. Hopefully, we see some upward movement in after hours. I believe we should. I mean, I think we should. I think we will. It's been pretty sideways. It dropped and then just kind of went sideways today. Right now, we're trading. GME's trading at 28.92. I still think we can finish the day over 29. AMC, I still believe we can finish the day over 5. They're sitting at 501. When I say that, hopefully the guy that doesn't have the market button isn't watching me. He's like, oh yeah, motherfucker, 499, 470. Yeah, Fluffy says, I'm not a fanatic of basketball, but I do watch it. Yeah, I'm more of a football guy, but I'm the same. Basketball, I watch if it's a good game, but mainly the playoffs. Baseball, I don't ever watch until it's like the last game of the World Series. Warren says, I've only got 100 GME, but I'm not planning on selling. I really believe they're building something huge. I'm thinking 20 years, those 100 shares will give my grandkids a good start in life. Yeah. Whatever you feel like is the right move, man. You just got to monitor and play along and see what it is. So GME, you've got more shares in GME than I do. I've got around 50. So I'm very low. At some point or another, a few weeks before Roaring Kitty came back, I think it was like $10.88, and I told everyone, I'm gonna buy GME. I'm getting back in. Good Lord, if I would have just held till it hit 60, I would have been sitting in a different. This hat would have been fucking floating on my head, like just because I was so rich, I'd get something that makes a hat float because I think it'd look fucking awesome. But I would own the float, if you will. There's no hidden messages in what I say, by the way. It's just bullshit. I'm on allergy meds, okay? This man is clearly out of his mind. But yeah, that's it, man. I just want to jump in, touch bases. Dominic says GME to the moon. Why'd I say it like that? To the moon. GME to the moon. Hold over the weekend, Monday. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Any day it's possible. Why does it look like I got a bump right here? Is it the hat? I really got a bump. What's going on? Big ass nose. Once this thing pops, I'm gonna get nose surgery. This baby's gonna be a little baby nose. I'm playing. Warren says I messed up piling in AMC and BBY. Lost a ton on both. You don't lose until you sell, they say. BBBY was a tricky one. I got out of that with a little bit of a gain, but I could have got out with a lot more, so I'm kind of mad at myself about that. AMC, I still think it has its time. It still is going to have its time. So, where it'll go, it's anyone's guess, but I do believe that it can have a nice big rip. Jonas's wife said, having a few beers and watching you live. Love your attitude towards our situation. My condolences on your partners. Cheers from Sweden. Thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate the condolences. It's funny you say you're in Sweden. One thing that happened that I definitely regret is my mom, when I was 16 years old, she was going to Sweden. Her and my dad, they were going to do this big trip, and they gave me the option if I wanted to go or stay. And being 16, of course, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to stay. And I totally regret that because for the rest of my life, she was like, you should have came to Sweden with us. It was such a fun trip. And they did more than just Sweden, but that was the place she talked about the most. She brought me a hat that had a little Sweden logo on it. As a matter of fact, last night I was looking through pictures and I was looking at their vacation out there, and I thought, man, it's one thing I regret. I was 16. I stayed home and probably to chase girls and drink cheap beer. And I'm sure I didn't score any of the girls, and I probably threw up at some point. So I messed up, man. Fluffy says same here. Football and baseball, not a fanatic, but both. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Is if you like sports, you like sports. Sometimes you just watch shit for no reason. Like I've caught myself watching tennis, not often, but when I do, I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know. Actually, I just straight up lied. I have not caught myself watching tennis. I've been forced to watch tennis if I'm in like a hotel room in ESPN. They're just showing highlights, and you just gotta watch. Oh. That's like AMC and GME right now. We're just hitting the tennis ball all around. Every time they hit it, they go, ah, ah. That's what I think, anyways. Damn, 25K on BBBI. I'm sorry, man. That's rough. Rough. Hopefully you make it back somewhere else or have already made it back. That's the funny thing about the market, man, is I tend to do that too. I tend to like point out, God damn, I lost 10 grand, and then you don't point out the fact that, oh, I made 11 grand over here. So technically I'm up 1,000. But yeah, that's rough, man. I'm definitely hoping you get it back or have got it back at some point or have already. Let's check the SPY real quick. SPY is trading at 541, kind of on a continuous rate up. NVIDIA, which I sold all my NVIDIA, not just some. I sold all my NVIDIA before the split, thinking that it'd have more of a dip than when it went down to 129. I was going to try to buy back in if it went to like 100, but it's one of those things, motherfuckers, it didn't stop. But it's all good. I made a good profit off of it and piled it into these meme stocks to lose it. No, I'm just playing. I did not buy. So that's the one thing is I didn't sell. I don't look at it that way. I didn't sell my NVIDIA just to buy GameStop and AMC. I'm going to buy GameStop and AMC regardless. So my NVIDIA, I did pull it back, used it for some other things. And then I continued to buy, because if I would have used it all, I'd have bought a ton of shares in those. But that's some of my strategy. Like I said, I don't feel bad if I buy a share or two a day. Maybe if it's a good day, 5 to 10 shares a day in AMC, 2 or 3 shares and 2 shares in GME. But if I keep it low like that, I don't feel bad about what I'm spending. But if I drop a G in a day, then I'm like, oh my god. But if I drop a G in a couple weeks, then it's like, it's my mental illness, man. What do you want from me? I'll get it back, he says. Warren says, LOL, I'll get it back, just not in the market. I'm down 70K total. Sold my house 3 years ago and decided to make money and grow the market. Live the dream. Have you, I'm not a financial advisor, but have you considered some index funds? Some safety plays too, It's not, don't go, I wouldn't tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything, but, I also hold some safety net plays as well. So that's what I do. It's not all gambling for me. There's some that I just want to, when I want to feel safe and snuggly wuggly at night, and I want to get, I'm gaining money, 1% on the year, boys. But at least it's something. It's a savings. I've got some index funds that I definitely some blue chip stocks that I believe in, the companies like Apple. It was McDonald's. I went into McDonald's and then all of a sudden people started protesting it over what they had going on. So now I'm like, shit, I gotta wait for it to come back up. As I'm only down like 5% on it, but still. Oh yeah, if you're a builder, he'll have that back in the end there. That's what's up. That's good. I grew up in a construction family. It wasn't building type construction. We did fiber optics, underground cable in the middle of nowhere. So I understand that type of money can come fast, man. It's kind of crazy how that works. It can go fast too, I guess, but I do remember my dad working out in the desert and doing a lot of those work. The reason those guys get the reason a lot of those guys get paid, they're not getting paid for their time, they're getting paid for the experience. And damn, there's some jobs that I've had to pay for and getting some things fixed. I'm like, damn, I should have just done that myself. But the fact of the matter is, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Anyway, man, I think that's about it. I do think, I'm going to stick to my guns here. I think AMC can close those over 5. I think GME can close over 29. After hours, hopefully we see an upward push. And see where Monday takes us. I will say this, though. When there's a lot of excitement and everyone's like, this is going to happen for sure, that's kind of when they tend to push this shit down hardcore, I think, to kill the sentiment, kill the vibe. They don't want a crowd mentality of like, woo, let's keep going, keep buying. They don't like that shit. So at some point or another, what goes up must come down, and what goes down generally must bounce back up in the stock market. You're never down forever, you're never up forever. And that's just, in life in general, man. That's just been a rule of thumb for a while for me. You just got to ride the wave. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. The good times don't last forever, and the bad times don't last forever. Just got to learn how to ride the wave through the bad times to get to the good times, and then enjoy the good times. So, right now, AMC, anything under 10, 20 bucks is a dip for me. I think fundamentally it's undervalued. I think fundamentally this stock should be sitting at 20 to 30, maybe even 40. And another 2 to 3 years, definitely 40 fundamentally. So, but with a squeeze, it could definitely, in my personal opinion, jump way over those numbers, way over. I'm not going to give you any, numbers, brackets, anything like that. Kind of learned on those brackets and stuff. It's kind of hard to, you could say what you hope for, but it's kind of hard to determine because you don't know how many synthetics, how much shit's out there. So that's kind of a personal preference. I think if this thing ever does squeeze an AMC or GME, you just have to monitor it as it's happening because I think you got a pretty good feel. I think most of us that have been here for a while, you get a pretty good feel at the peak. You're like, okay, this is it. This is going to dip again. So, if it does happen, when it does happen, if it does happen, definitely use your instinct. Don't get it mixed up with your emotion. And I don't think you can go wrong. That's just my personal thoughts, not financial advice. Just what I do personally. Anyway, I'm going to jump up out of here, man. I just wanted to touch bases. I know I haven't been on live for a while. I know this probably wasn't the most educational for you, but it was good for me to get on here. Since my mom passed, it's been kind of, man, life hasn't been the same. So it never will be, and I don't expect it to be, but I do want to get back on this, get back into the DD, get my feet back on the ground and do some work, man. So I'll find out what's going on, man. If I find any news, I'll let y'all know what I find. The main thing is I always say be alert for FUD. There's always some new FUD. There's always something to try to scare you out of your position. Try to, even if it's positive news, any type of news you find, you got to try to find the rebuttal. You got to figure out who's who, what's being said by who, the history of the people saying it. Do they have integrity? If it's a YouTuber, are they someone that's had integrity, or are they doing it for views? Are they someone that's here specifically to make money off of YouTube? All those things factor in. And also don't forget that at some point or another, it was shown that 1,700 influencers were paid off to shill, basically. So stick to your guns, man. I would say, do your own DD and decide where you're going to be, because it can be easy to flip-flop and change your mind if you're following other people's news, So, sometimes I'll watch someone's video and I'll say, oh my God, I can't believe that. That's crazy. And then I start doing a follow-up on it, and I couldn't believe it because it's actually not true. So a lot of people lie. A lot of people say what they read without following it up. That is why you do your own DD. You do your own due diligence, your own research, and I think you'll be fine. So, and then if it goes wrong, you got no one to blame but yourself, right? If it goes right, then you can celebrate and hoist yourself up. I'm gonna hoist myself tonight, fellas. Hopefully we get hoisted soon. Have a good day, man. I'm gonna jump up out of here. I appreciate you. I appreciate all y'all coming in. Don't mind me, I can't talk. My eyes are jacked up. I slept about an hour and a half last night. So that's it, man. I'm just gonna complain and leave. I am getting old shit. Well, it's damn weather pissing me off.